Hare Krishna everyone. Today we step into the heart of the battlefield once again. In these verses, the Gita paints before us not philosophy, but the raw reality of human conflict. Names are spoken, warriors of great valor and power, men whose presence itself shifts the balance of the war. But beneath these lists of heroes lies something deeper. These verses remind us how, in moments of crisis, the human mind counts its strengths and fears, measures allies and enemies, and seeks security in numbers. It is not just about the warriors of Kurukshetra. It is about the battlefield within us, where we too often list our doubts and weigh our chances before taking a step forward. As we unfold verses 5 to 10, we will not merely hear the roll call of armies. We will see a reflection of our own inner preparations, our reliance on external supports, and our search for courage when standing before life's greatest challenges. In every war, the enemy outside is a reflection of the turmoil within. Duryodhana's voice is not the sound of command. It is the sound of a man trying to hold his world together with words. He names warriors not just to inform Bhishma, but to convince himself that he is safe. Each name he utters is a subconscious defense against the storm rising inside him. Because deep within he knows truth cannot be killed with armies. Drishtaketu, Chekitana, the king of Kashi. These names do not just represent men. They represent virtues Duryodhana has turned away from. Courage, loyalty, spiritual independence. They stand for choices he never made but now must face. Purujit and Kunti Bhoja, family once removed, now turned against him. The war is no longer between right and wrong. It is between the denied self and the accepted self. And Yudhamanyu and Uttamaujas, the protectors, the guardians of something larger than Arjuna, they stand for dharma even if they do not name it. As he lists their strengths, his fear grows sharper. He does not fear their weapons. He fears their clarity. Because clarity is more dangerous than swords. Clarity shines light on illusions. He is trying to summon certainty by speaking, but truth doesn't respond to noise. His words are like scaffolding around a collapsing ego. He wants to appear composed, but composition is not inner peace. He wants to show control, but power without integrity is just theater. Now he turns to his side, to the Kaurava forces, vast, skilled, but not whole. He says Bhishma. He invokes the name of the grandsire as a symbol of stability. But Bhishma himself is split, bound by woe, but not by truth. Bhishma fights not out of conviction but obligation. And obligation without soul is a wound waiting to open. Karna, Duryodhana's deepest wound disguised as his greatest ally. Loved, admired, but misused. Karna fights for Duryodhana but not for the cause. Kripacharya, wise, ancient, but quiet. His silence is not peace, it is complicity. They are great warriors, yes, but they carry great sorrow. None of them fight with full heart. None of them sleep easy at night. He lists them as if listing assets, but people are not weapons. He forgets that war is not won by strength, it is won by unity. And unity cannot be faked, it cannot be bought. Next comes Ashwathama, fierce, impetuous, unpredictable. He is fire without direction, and fire burns even its bearer. Then Vikarna, a mirror to Duryodhana's shadow self. Vikarna once questioned the disrobing of Draupadi. He saw wrong and called it out. Yet there he is, silent, marching under the banner of silence. His presence is proof that even truth can be silenced by loyalty, and that silence can be a scream. Bhurishrava, a warrior of another age, still fighting past wars. His blade is sharp, but his vision is old. This is Duryodhana's army, strong in form, fragile in essence. And he knows it. That's why his voice grows louder. In Shloka 9, that tone shifts. There are many others, he says, others who will die for me. He does not say, who will fight with me. He says, there are people who will die for me. This is not devotion, it is desperation. He wraps his fear in the language of sacrifice. He turns submission into strategy. But sacrifice without dharma is just slaughter. He thinks loyalty is enough, but loyalty without reflection is slavery. The greatest army cannot save a leader who lacks direction. He places faith in Bhishma's command, but Bhishma is not a compass, he is a relic. Then he compares, our army is unlimited and theirs is limited, but this is the blindness of ego. He measures size, not spirit. Can we compare size with the spirit? No. He forgets that one Arjuna with Krishna overweighs 10,000 without. He does not see the soul behind Bhishma's rage. Bhishma is not just power, he is a promise. Bhishma fights not for victory but for justice. That difference changes the war. Because when dharma rides with your sword, you don't just win, you restore balance. Duryodhana doesn't understand that balance. He thinks control means command, but control without harmony is violence. The war has not begun, but the outcomes are already seeded. His speech is his surrender, because anyone who needs to speak this much already doubts. This is how the Gita begins, not with clarity but confusion, not with wisdom but with wounded pride. Duryodhana speaks so Krishna may later respond. The lie must be spoken so truth can rise. And so, as the first notes of war echo across Kurukshetra, it is not arrows that fly, it is words. Words of a man lost in power, trying to hold back the inevitable tide of awakening. As the conch of war echoes, these verses present a grand parade of warriors, each name a story, each weapon a symbol of pride, duty, and identity. But beneath this armor of Mai lies the fragile thread of human relationships. Fathers and sons, teachers and students, friends now forced into enemies. The battlefield is not just Kurukshetra, but the aching space between love and duty, between righteousness and attachment. Even the strongest feel a tremor when the war they must fight is against those they once bowed or embraced. So ask yourself, when life demands a choice between your heart and your dharma, what will guide your step? Emotion, fear, or truth?